kill you. Who is they? What? What's up, everybody? It's Quizzy. I am back today with another video, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel good today. Had to dust off my shoulders, man. Get back into the groove of things, man. I got my son in the background. You know what I'm saying? He's just back there chilling. Go ahead, say what's up, YouTube. Son, AJ. All right, so he's just gonna chill there for a little bit. He's watching Coco Melon, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have something on while I do my videos, man. We're doing 8 scariest archaeological discoveries, all right? So it's a little different than what we normally do. I don't think there's anything wrong with trying out something that's new. I like watching things like this because it's kind of dope to like see what the world has in store. It's kind of dope watching some scary shit sometimes. So I don't know if you guys are anything like me. I don't like scary shit, to be honest with you though, but it's dope sometimes. I will be dropping my first video on the Patreon. If anybody wants to go down there and actually sign up for the Patreon, basically what you're doing is you're helping me out on the channel, literally, so that way I can just like focus all my time and energy on making videos for you, making videos for free on YouTube, and also making videos on Patreon.
Number 8, the Book of the Dead. The ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead is famously known as a book containing spells that could be used in the afterlife. In the Mummy film starring Brendan Fraser, it was the very book that allowed Imhotep to rise from the dead and wreak havoc on Egypt, bringing with him the 10 plagues. This book is very much real, although the effectiveness of the spells written inside it remains the subject of speculation. Instead of being one single book, it is more of a concept, and many versions have been written over the period of about 1,000 years. The most...
Bro, why would y'all keep writing this book if it had bring spells to kill people? Why the fuck are y'all writing this book? Like, what happened if you writing a book and you just like kind of like was reading out loud? That's my Egyptian accent. I'm sorry about that. Because I don't know it. And then boom, some fucking locusts come out of nowhere, bro. I'm not fucking with that.
The sought-after version was the one given to Amenhotep, a powerful Egyptian priest who lived around 1400 BC.
Damn.
Sections of the manuscript lay scattered across the globe, and for over a century, archaeologists have been working hard to piece them all together. The long wait ended in the 21st century when the last missing pages were found, not in a dark tomb, but in the basement of a museum in Queensland. They had apparently been donated to the museum over 100 years ago and kept meticulously in the stores. Number 7, Mummified Mower remains. In 1986, a team of archaeologists were investigating the insides of a large cave system underneath Mount Owen in New Zealand. With very little visibility in the vast network of tunnels, they stumbled across a bizarre object that left them wondering whether their eyes were playing tricks on them. In front of them lay a large dinosaur-like claw with intact flesh and scaly skin. Curious, the team took it back with them for analysis. The results could not have been more astounding. The mysterious claw belonged to a 3,300-year-old prehistoric bird known as the upland mower. For some reason, the mummified claw had been preserved so well, it appeared as if the creature had only recently died. Otherwise known by a scientific name, Megalopteryx didinus,
bro, so that's a straight claw from what the fuck, bro? Look at the bones on that motherfucker, bro. Like, if you look at the bones on this thing, like the tail looks strong as hell. Like the body, it looked like that thing could straight stomp the fuck out of you, bro. Like, no Tim's on, it could stomp you, bro. Like, that ain't no joke. You could just tell by the bone structure, bro.
Upland mower was a large flightless bird that reached up to 12 feet in height and weighed over 500 pounds. Mower birds were once the dominant animals in New Zealand's forest ecosystem until the arrival of the Maori people, who hunted them down to extinction. Scientists have suggested
that's not funny, bro. I don't know why I laugh at that.
The modern-day revival of the species is a viable idea, as their remains contained extractable DNA that could be introduced into chicken embryos. Interest in the subject has been going on for years, and with the advancements in biology and genetics, we may one day get to...
Stop fucking with shit, bro. Like, Just stop, bro. Y'all, look at her in there, Beth. Look like your name Beth. Boy, your lips is cracked. Shit, bro, like, stop messing with stuff, bro. That's the problem with everybody. Y'all want to voodoo this, mess with this, mummy that, resurrect this, bro. Chill out. Stop killing stuff in the world. Stop fucking going and thinking y'all can bring back the dead. Like, chill out, bro.
See a live running mower. Number 6, the Headless Vikings of Dorset.
Oh, hell no.
In June of 2009, Oxford archaeologists were excavating land in the seaside town of Weymouth in Dorset, England. The area was about to undergo a controversial road building project, so the archaeological investigation was conducted in order to preserve its historical remains. Shockingly, they discovered the remains of 54 headless skeletons and a pile of 51 skulls within an old Roman quarry. This discovery attracted a lot of attention, and studies were made to determine who the remains belonged to and why they were massacred in such manner. The conclusion was that they were Scandinavian Vikings who died sometime during the centuries of war between them and the Anglo-Saxons during the Middle Ages. All of the remains were young adult males, and no remnants of clothing were found in the pit. All these clues led to speculations that the men were held captive and were executed while naked. From the look of the bones, the victims' heads were all cut from the front. As proud Viking warriors, they preferred to face their killers. Historians came up with various theories about the mass Viking grave. Some say the Scandinavian warriors were defeated by a well-organized Saxon army and forced to surrender. Some linked them to the St. Brice's Day massacre of 1002, ordered by King Ethelred the Unready, and some speculated that they were traitors or defectors killed by their own men.
Damn, bro, like, my thing is, back when they used to kill people back in the day, bro, like taking an axe to your head and all this other stuff, like, oh my God, bro, that is horrible. Like, I can only imagine, like, yeah, like, dude, what the fuck, bro, that ain't no fucking joke. Jesus Christ.
Interestingly, there were 3 fewer skulls than the number of skeletons found in the pit. A theory is that there were 3 high-ranking victims who had their heads kept as souvenirs or placed on stakes. Number 5, vampires of Europe. In recent years, vampire burial sites have been found in many places across Europe, with most of them being in Bulgaria. The graves contain skeletal remains with iron rods impaled through their chests where their heart would have been. A technique believed to be the best way to kill a vampire. In 2012, a heart-impaled skeleton was found in the Bulgarian seaside town of Sozopol, believed to be the remains of the local nobleman Privic, ruler of the fortress of Sozopol. Recognized as a cruel person, the townspeople pierced his chest with an iron bar to make sure he wouldn't come back to haunt them. A more recent discovery was made in 2014 at Bulgaria's ancient temple of Papirion, where 2 impaled bodies were found.
Like, come on, bro. Like, look at these teeth, bro. That's not no fucking vampire, bro. Vampires got sharp-ass teeth, dog. We know this. We know this from back in the day. Those teeth are relatively fucking clean. Like, I don't know who your dentist is, but he did a great job.
Weird phenomenon is also seen in other parts of Europe. In 2013, archaeologists discovered 4 vampire burial sites near the town of Gilwis, Poland, where the heads of the dead had been detached and placed between their legs. This showed that the belief of vampires was widespread, and different regions had different methods to make sure the blood-sucking creatures would not rise again.
See, that's so silly, bro. You killing people just because you think they a fucking vampire. Like, they'll probably kill you because, like, you're different and they think you're a vampire. Oh my God, he's able to grow dreads. Kill him! Like, come on, bro. Y'all is tripping, bro.
Again, in 2012, Italian researchers found the remains of what was believed to be a 16th century female vampire buried with a stone brick jammed between her jaws. This was to prevent her from rising up and feeding on the city's plague victims. There was a widespread medieval belief that vampires were the culprits behind Europe's Black Death. Number 4. Ashkelons' dead babies. In 1988, a gruesome discovery was made at the port city of Ashkelon in Israel. While exploring the ancient city's sewers, archaeologists found a large number of small bones. They were initially thought to be the remains of animals like chickens, but further investigation proved that they were human baby bones. In all, they amounted to over 100 babies, making it the largest finding of infant remains in a single place.
That's
Forensic
disgusting.
testing showed that none of the infants lived longer than a week. Although infant mortality rates were high during those days, it appears that the dead babies were intentionally killed. Investigations revealed that the sewer was located directly beneath a former Roman bathhouse. This led to a theory that the babies were born to sex workers and prostitutes who then disposed of them. It was not uncommon for newborns to be killed during Roman times. It was not even considered a crime, as infants were not yet considered full humans. A similar finding was made in England in 1912 while excavating.
That makes sense, because they didn't consider black people like fully human. Like, I don't. My God, this is crazy, bro.
In the site of a former Roman villa in Hambledon, Buckinghamshire, archaeologists uncovered the remains of 103 individuals, 97 of them infants. The most likely explanation is that the place was a brothel.
You ain't got no ass!
Systematically.
Hold on. You ain't got no ass!
To know effective contraception, unwanted pregnancies would have been very common. Number 3, the alien skulls of Mexico. Residents of the small Mexican village of Onavas stumbled upon a shocking discovery while building an irrigation canal. What they found was an ancient burial site referred to as El Cementerio, containing 25 skeletal remains. The most shocking part was that 13 of the skeletons had abnormally long skulls, unlike any known species on our planet. 5 were found with mutilated teeth. The freakish discovery led to early speculations that the bodies were those of extraterrestrial beings, similar to the ones seen in Ridley Scott's popular Alien film series. However, researchers were quick to suggest that the skulls were the result of intentional cranial reshaping. Several ancient Central American cultures had a tradition of forcing their heads into strange shapes. This was done by placing enormous pressure on their skulls since early childhood, for example, by using tightly bound cloths or wooden boards. This makes the cranium grow upwards instead of outwards like it is supposed to, resulting in a freakish alien-like appearance. Head binding was done either as a ritual practice or to
damn boy, big brain ass, no big skull having ass.
Show status as a distinguishing aspect between social groups. The practice is not unique to Central America, with the earliest records of cranial deformation dating back to 400 BC in the writings of Greek physician Hippocrates, and it is believed that Neanderthals might have also been using the technique. Number 2, the graveyard of giant wombats. Wombats might be seen as cute and comical animals, but you might think differently if you come across one that's rhino-sized. In 2012, scientists in Australia unveiled the largest graveyard ever found of enormous ancient mega wombats called Diprotodon. There were around 50 Diprotodon remains found, estimated to have weighed an average 2.8 tons each, making them the largest known marsupials to roam the planet. One of the largest
bad bear looking ass, dog,
was named Kenny, with a massive 28-inch long jawbone. The creatures are described as pigeon-toed and had big kangaroo-like pouches large enough to fit an adult human. The grave is part of a larger fossil deposit in the remote outback of Australia's Queensland state. It is described as...
That ain't no fucking joke, bro. Like, imagine all of this shit, man. I'm just gonna talk over, bro. Imagine all of this shit, bro. Like, look at them big ass things, bro. Like, them big ass wombats, bro. That ain't no joke. That's a bear.
Lived and behaved and and how they possibly went extinct. The mega wombats lived between 2 million to 50,000 years ago. They might have been hunted down to extinction by predators, and some of their carcasses are found to have been torn apart, with foreign teeth found within their skeletons. Among the predator remains found in the area are 6-meter-long lizards known as megalania and enormous ancient crocodiles. Megafauna are believed to have evolved to such large sizes in order to cope with the unforgiving prehistoric Australian climate and food scarcity.
Damn.
Number 1. Giant humans. Genesis chapter 6 tells us there were giants in the earth in those days and afterwards. This verse refers to the Nephilim, a giant race of men who, according to the Bible, were perished by the great flood. Scriptural writings of other religions also include similar tales of giant people who once walked the earth. Enthusiastic believers advocate that these stories are true, and in recent years, many stories of archaeological findings of giant men have appeared on the internet. The most famous of these was the story about a giant human skeleton uncovered in the desert during gas exploration in Saudi Arabia. Pictures were included linked with the Islamic story of the Prophet Hud and the powerful giant tribe of Ad. Similar pictures and stories of biblical giants can be found, such as the alleged discovery of giants by archaeologists in Greece. However, none of these claims have been proven, and the scientific community regards them as mere hoax stories accompanied with photoshopped images.
Wow.
There are, however, some real findings of ancient giants, although nowhere as dramatic as the aforementioned stories. In 1890, French anthropologist Georges Vacher de la Pouge found 3 bone fragments of a human leg in France. The height of the individual, popularly referred to as the Giant of Castelnau, is estimated to have been around 3.5 meters, 11 foot 6.
That ain't no joke, y'all.
Those bones dated back to the Neolithic period, and according to experts, either represented a very tall race or were the result of morbid growth. VX is short.
That's crazy, bro. To think that there could be giants among us. Like, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's not ridiculous, it's just, that's just crazy, bro. Like, I mean, it makes sense. It could happen. But those skeletons were big as hell. That might be in Photoshop. But you never know, bro. The government hides so much shit from us. We don't even know. You don't know if there's other things. Because why would they tell you? Like, why would they tell you? Because people go fucking crazy, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if there's witches. I don't know if there was aliens. I don't know what there was. But I definitely am not opposed to it being something out here. Like, I know that the world is big, the world is vast, most of the world is covered by water now. So, and we haven't explored the whole world and the ocean yet, for that matter, to even say what and what not is uncovered. Like, we don't really know. We're using like a little part of the world. We're using just the surface. It's not uncommon for things to be discovered when we have the technology to discover them. That's all we're gonna do for today, man. So look, if you like the video, then hit the like button. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you stayed this far, thank you. I want to appreciate that out because you're helping with my watch time. The watch time literally helps me grow. And then if you leave a comment down below, that just, the YouTube algorithm says he's a great person, he's great, we're gonna send his videos everywhere. All right, peace, be safe. I fucked it up.
Baby, I'm moving solo. Have my eyes look so low. I cannot trust no hoe. I'm a dog like Toto.